Chatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasade Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Today is the disappearance day of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Srila Bhakti devotees fast till noon today. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was also known as the seventh Goswami. Mm, He wrote many books. And what had happened after the Lord Chaitanya left and all his associates left, gradually, people were doing illicit activities in the name of Vaishnavism. And all so many of these different cults had come up. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he he was very strong, and he actually laid down the correct principles. What is the correct principles of Vaishnavism? Revived Lord Chaitanya's teachings, practically, which were lost and which people were being misusing. And he was actually a very high position in British India. He was a magistrate. And it seems, what cases that people would take months to come to a conclusion, and within a few minutes, he would just give his verdict on it and the case would be closed. He also rediscovered Lord Chaitanya's birthplace, and to reconfirm it, he asked his guru, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, to confirm it. So he was instrumental in that. He also started the Namahata, where people could worship Lord Krishna being in their own homes, doing their work, their careers. He started this Namahata program. Marketplace of the Holy Name was following Krishna consciousness, congregation based. He would go to a village, speak to them about Krishna, and then he would tell them, okay, now you continue doing it. And in their own homes, people would hear and chant and hold small programs, and then go to another village. And that's what. And he wrote many books. He wrote so many books also. So it's called the seventh Goswami. Today is also the disappearance day of Gadadhar Pandit, a personal associate of Lord Chaitanya, childhood friend of Lord Chaitanya. Couldn't separate Gadadhar Pandit from Lord Chaitanya. Is an incarnation of Srimati Radharani, actually, in Chaitanya Leela. Okay, so we're going to continue reading with Bhagavatam, Canto 10, chapter 38. Mamaita Durlabham Manya.
Sneha ji, you can read because you will be traveling then and you won't get chance to read. So you can read today.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, why
okay.
not? Please, yeah, please.
Thank you. Mamaitat durlabam manya
Uttama Shloka Darshanam
uttama shloka darshanam
Vishaya Atmano Yatha Brahma
vishayatmano yatha brahma
Kirtanam Shudra Janmanaha.
kirtanam shutra janmanaha.
Translation and purport by the disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Since I am a materialistic person, absorbed simply in sense gratification, I think it is as difficult for me to have gotten this opportunity to see Lord Uttamashloka as it would be for one born a Shudra to be allowed to recite the Vedic mantras. So who is saying this? Anyone remember?
Akrūra ji.
Yeah,
Akrūra ji.
Akrūra. Yeah, he's gotten this opportunity to go bring Krishna Balaram to Mathura. And in those times, the Vedic mantras, only the Brahmanas were allowed to chant, right? Shudras were not allowed. So he's saying, you know, it's like I can't believe that how fortunate I am that I'm going to be able to see Lord Krishna. Mevam mama adam masyapi
मैवं मम आत्मस्यापि
syad eva chyuta darshanam
स्याद् एव च्युतदर्शनम्
kriyamana kalanadya
ह्रियमाणा कलानद्या
kvachit tarati kaschana.
क्वचित् तरति कश्चन.
But enough of such thoughts. After all, even a fallen soul like me can have the chance to behold the infallible Supreme Lord. For one of the conditioned souls, being swept along in the river of time, may sometimes reach the shore. So we are conditioned souls, being swept in the river of time, right? But we'll reach the shore one day or the other. So he's saying, oh, enough of this. Somehow I've gotten the good fortune, now let me go. Mamadya mangalam nashtam
मम आद्यात् मङ्गलं नष्टम्
palavamscheva me bhavaha
फल आंश्चैव मे भवः
namasye bhagavato
यन्नमस्ये भगवतो
yogi dhyangri pankajam.
योगिदे धियाङ्घ्रि पङ्कजम्.
Today all my sinful reactions have been eradicated and my birth has become worthwhile, since I will offer my obeisances to the Supreme Lord's lotus feet, which mystic yogis meditate upon. Here we are again hearing a reminder yogis, they're meditating not on something imaginary or some light. They meditate on the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. So he's saying now all my sins have been eradicated. My birth has become worthwhile. I'm going to see Lord Krishna. I'm going to offer obeisances to him. Kamso batadya kritameti anugraham
कंसोबताज्ञाकृतमेत्य अनुग्रहम्
Drikshengri padmam prahito munahare
द्रक्ष्येऽङ्घ्रिपद्मं प्रहितो मुना हरे
Kritavatarasya duratyayam tamaha
कृतावतारस्य दुरत्ययं तमः
Purve taranyannakamandala tvisha.
पूर्वे तरन्यन्नकमण्डलतुषा.
Indeed, today King Kamsa has shown me extreme mercy by sending me to see the lotus feet of Lord Hari, who has now appeared in this world. Simply by the effulgence of his toenails, many souls in the past have transcended the insurmountable darkness of material existence and achieved liberation. Akrūra noted how ironic it was that the envious, demoniac Kamsa had given him an extraordinary blessing by sending him to see the Supreme Lord, Krishna. He's saying, Krishna, Kamsa he's showing me mercy. He's allowing me to go bring Krishna and Balaram. Simply by the effulgence of Lord Krishna's toenails. Mm. People transcend this material world. Effulgence. Srila Rupa Goswami has written beautiful prayers on toenails of Lord Krishna. Yadarchitam Brahma Bhavadibi Sure
Yat architam brahma bhavati sure.
Shriya cha devya munibhi sasatvataha.
Shriya cha devya munibi sasatvate.
Gocharanaya
Gocharanayanucharescharatvane.
Yad gopikanam kuchakum kumankitam.
Yat gopikanam kuchakunkuman kitam.
Those lotus feet are worshipped by Brahma, Shiva, and all the other demigods, by the goddess of fortune, and also by the great sages and Vaishnavas. Upon those lotus feet, the Lord walks about the forest while herding the cows with his companions, and those feet are smeared with the kumkum from the gopis' breasts. So Lord Krishna's lotus feet is worshipable by everyone, even the great demigods, always worshipping Lord Krishna's lotus feet. Lakshmi Devi, always serving the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. All the devotees, always taking shelter at the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. And with those lotus feet, Krishna is walking about in Vrindavan while he's taking the cows to graze with his friends. And he places these feet on the soft breasts of the gopis. Chef Kumkum. Drakshyami nunam sukapolanasikam.
Rakshami nunam sukapolanasikam.
Smitavalokarunakanjalochanam.
Smitavalokarunakanjalochanam.
Mukham mukundasya gudalakavratam.
Mukham mukundasya gudalakavritam.
Pradakshinam me pracharanti mrigaha.
Pradakshinam me pracharanti ve mriga.
Surely I shall see the face of Lord Mukunda, since the deer are now walking past me on my right. That face, framed by his curly hair, is beautified by his attractive cheeks and nose, his smiling glances, and his reddish lotus eyes. Akrūra saw an auspicious omen, the passing of the deer on his right, and thus felt sure he would see the Supreme Lord Krishna. So it seems it's auspicious. He's saying the deer are passing from my right, so auspicious. I'm surely going to see Lord Krishna's lotus face with beautiful curly hair. He has such attractive cheeks and nose, and his beautiful smile, reddish lotus eyes. You can see how Akrūra is meditating on Lord Krishna before meeting him. He's absorbed in Lord Krishna. Apiyadya Vishnur Manujatvam Iyusho
Api adya Vishnur manujatvam iyusho.
Bharavataraya Bhuvo Nijechaya
Bharavataraya bhuvo nichechaya.
Lavanyadamno Bhavito Palambanam
Lavanyadamno bhavito palambanam.
Mayam Nanasyat Phalam Anjasa Trishaha.
Mayam nana syat phalam anjasa drisha.
I'm going to see the Supreme Lord Vishnu, the reservoir of all beauty, who, by his own sweet will, has now assumed a human like form to relieve the earth of her burden. Thus, there is no denying that my eyes will achieve the perfection of their existence. Eyes to achieve the perfection of their existence. Eyes are to see the beautiful form of Lord Krishna. He's saying, I'm going to see this beautiful form of Lord Krishna and my life is successful. My eyes have achieved perfection then. Ya ekshitaham rahito piyasat satoho.
Ya ekshitaham rahito api asatsato.
Swade, sorry. Swatejasapastatamo bheda brahmaha.
Swatejasapastamo bida brahmaha.
Swamayayatman rachitestadikshaya.
Swamayayatman rachite stat ikshaya.
Pranakshadibhi sadaneshva abhiyate.
Pranakshadibhi sadaneshwar biyate.
He is the witness of material cause and effect, yet he is always free from false identification with them. By his internal potency, he dispels the darkness of separation and confusion. The individual souls in this world who are manifested here when he glances upon his material creative energy indirectly perceive him in the activities of their life airs, senses, and intelligence. In this verse, Akrūra establishes the all-powerful position of the Supreme Lord, whom he is about to see in Vrindavan. The false concept of separation from the Lord is described in the 11th canto of Bhagavatam 11-37. Vayam dvitiya niveshata syat ishadapetasya viparyayo smritihi. Although all existence emanates from the Absolute Truth, Krishna, we imagine a second thing, this material world, to be entirely separate from the Lord's existence. With this mentality, we try to exploit that second thing for our sense gratification. Thus, the psychological underpinning of material life is the illusion that this world is somehow separate from God and therefore meant for our enjoyment. So in Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 2, Text 37 is mentioned that we are thinking this material world is separate from the Lord. And that's why we think we are separate from the Lord. And we think we can enjoy this Lord. This world is meant for our enjoyment because it has no connection to the Supreme Lord. Modern science is trying to prove that more and more, that this world has no connection to the Supreme Lord, that there is no creator. But actually, that is the illusion of Maya. It is ironic that the impersonal philosophers, in their radical renunciation of this world, claim it to be utterly false and totally separate from the Absolute. Unfortunately, this artificial attempt to divest this world of its divine nature, or, in other words, its relation to God, does not lead people to utterly reject it, but rather to try to enjoy it. So the philosophy that this world is false, what is that philosophy done? Not that people are getting detached from the world, but rather people are getting more and more into sense gratification, wanting to enjoy it more and more. Whereas the reality is, this world is not false, it's temporary. It is the external energy of the Lord. While it is true that this world is temporary and thus in one sense illusory, the mechanism of illusion is a spiritual potency of the Supreme Lord. Realizing this, we should immediately desist from any attempt to exploit this world. Rather, we should recognize it as God's energy. We will actually give up our material desires only when we understand that this world belongs to God and it is therefore not meant for our selfish gratification. So this material world, where did it come from? Who is the creator? We have been reading, we read second canto, third canto, so much about the creation, how Lord Krishna creates this world through his incarnations, expansions. So this is what we need to understand, that Lord Krishna, he is the creator. So the world belongs to him, does not belong to us. When we understand this, then we will give up this desire to enjoy in this material world. Right now, we are desiring to enjoy the reflection. So we may say, oh, well, enjoyment. Then where is the real enjoyment? It's in the spiritual world. We're trying to enjoy the reflection of a mango. What enjoyment can we get? But if we can actually eat the mango, then we really relish it. So the real enjoyment is in the spiritual world. See how long is this purport? I don't know if you'll have time to finish it.
2 more paragraphs. I mean,
Okay, shall we quickly finish it?
yeah, I'm okay if we can finish it. I'm
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
we finish
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Okay. The word abhiyate here refers to a process of surmising the presence of the Lord through meditative introspection. This process is also described in the second canto of the Bhagavatam 2:35. Bhagwan sarvabhuteshu lakshitasva atmana harihe drisher buddhi adibir drashta lakshaner anukamapahe anumapakahe. Okay. The personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, is in every living being along with the individual soul. And this fact is perceived and hypothesized in our acts of seeing and taking help from the intelligence. So here, Bhagavatam, second canto, Paramatma is there in our heart. And Paramatma is there just right next to us. We are the individual soul, and the super soul is sitting right next to us. He's helping us. He's giving us the intelligence. Krishna says, in knowledge, remembrance, forgetfulness comes from me. I'm the intelligence of the intelligent. I'm the ability in mind. Akrūra states that the Lord is free of the egoistic pride afflicting ordinary embodied souls. Yet the Lord appears to be embodied like everyone else. And therefore someone might object to the statement that he is free of egoism. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti comments on this puzzle as follows. How can we distinguish between being free of false ego and being afflicted by it? If a living entity is situated in a body, argues the objector, he will encounter the unhappiness and confusion that occur within it, just as a person living in a house, whether he be attached to it or not, cannot avoid experiencing the darkness, warmth, and cold that occur within it. This objection is answered as follows. By his internal potency, the Lord dispels the darkness of ignorance along with the separateness and bewilderment it produces. So, someone may say that Krishna has pride, false ego like we have. Someone may say, oh, we are in the material world, we are inside the material body, just like being. So, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is explaining how to understand how to understand this confusion, because somebody says that, oh, if you're in a house, then you're going to experience the things inside the house, even if you're not attached to it. So, but what about Lord Krishna? Well, he's never under the influence of the material energy. He's always coming with his own spiritual energy, own internal potency. So there's never any ignorance for Krishna. Never. Internal potency dispels the darkness of ignorance along with the separateness and bewilderment it produces. The material energy can never touch Krishna. The ignorance and darkness is removed by the spiritual energy. Krishna does not have a material body. Krishna's body is transcendental. There's no difference between his body and soul. Right now, there is a difference between our body and soul. We are the soul encaged within this material body. So we experience this illusion and ignorance and darkness and false ego, but not Lord Krishna. He is the Paramatma in our heart, but he never gets covered by this material body. He is there inside, but we get covered, but never Krishna. So this is how it's said. He's free from false identification. By his internal potency, he dispels the darkness of separation and confusion.
Hare
And
Krishna. So
yes,
sorry, Hare Krishna. Yeah,
Hare
he
Krishna.
dispels the darkness of separation. This is for us, right? For the individual soul, isn't it?
For
Like,
the individual soul. Yeah, and also for us. Yeah,
correct? Yeah,
for us. Yeah, when we take shelter of his spiritual energy, then our
yeah.
darkness is removed. Our confusion is removed. That's right.
So in the purport, um, it says that someone may argues the objector, right? The thing that, like how a house is, right?
Yeah,
Um, he will encounter the unhappiness every time, but with the Lord's mercy, it can be, right?
that's
His
right.
thing, it can, right? So
That's
that's what it means, right? In this
bec-
verse.
Also because somebody is saying that since the Lord is in our body and we are getting into false ego, so the
Hmm.
Lord also should get, because he's inside the body with us as Paramatma. But he never, because his body is always spiritual. He never gets covered. His spiritual potency removes all the light. So for us also, he removes all the darkness.
Right? Yeah, that's what I want
Yeah,
to know. So even in
yeah,
us, he dispels, no? He can.
that's right. Yeah, he can. That's what Bhagavad Gita says, right? That those who are Mahatmas, they are under the shelter of his internal potency, under the shelter of his spiritual energy.
Mm.
Okay. So, shall we stop here then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you all so much for listening and joining. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shla Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Hare Krishna.